Hello everybody, good morning from Belgium. We're on our way to BMC Triumph, our local Triumph dealer here in Belgium. I think one out of three, but it is the one that is closest by for me. I'm going there because of a couple of things, all of them very interesting, or most of them very interesting. The first thing is just regular maintenance, which is not necessarily very interesting, but it is something that I want to do yearly. It's something that I can do myself, but I like to have it done by the guys from BMC who are very knowledgeable about the bike. They know what they're doing. I vaguely know what I'm doing. I would say that I guess I know how to do regular maintenance, like changing oil, etc. But just for the peace of mind, I like to have it done by the Triumph dealer. It's also a nice point of contact for me to talk about the bike, upcoming changes, etc. So that was the first reason. Regular maintenance, not that interesting. But the other reason is much more interesting because I'm planning to alter three things on my bike. Two of them can be done today. The third one can't be done, which is the changing of the tires. I ordered some really cool Mitas Enduro tires to have that more of an aggressive look for the Scrambler. I still have the stock tires. They're nice. They still have tread on them, but I just don't really like them in terms of looks. I like the bike to look a little bit more aggressive, so I ordered new tires. They're due to arrive the beginning of April is the latest news, so I still have to get back to BMC to change the tires in due April. Hopefully before my trip to France and Germany. But anyway, the other two things that I'm planning to do, or will do today, a new front cartridge, a shock cartridge from Andreani, which is an Italian company who specializes in shocks. And they have made a very nice shock cartridge for the Triumph 1200 Scrambler. It comes in two editions. The first edition is just a regular cartridge. Regular, but it's still like a normal sized cartridge. It's focused on off-road driving. But the one that I ordered, actually it's the same type of cartridge, but it is the longer version. So I'm winning 3 centimeters of travel by adding that new cartridge to the shock. And that is interesting for me for a couple of reasons. The first one is purely because of the looks, because I think this Scrambler, the 1200X, is just a little bit low on the front side of things. It looks a little bit too much as a regular naked bike, I think. There's a slight inclination or declination, I have to say, to the front. So it points a little bit downwards, which I don't really like. So I think with winning 3 centimeters of travel, or height actually, the bike will look a little bit more, I don't know, more off-roady or aggressive still. So that is the first reason. That's purely for looks. But the second reason, of course, is it's a fully adjustable cartridge. So whereas now I don't have any control over the suspension, the front suspension, with those new cartridges I have full control. I think there are 3 different types of settings that I can change on the cartridge there. And it is something that I really want to experiment with in the future when I'm planning to do some more off-roading. I'd like to have a little bit more control over the suspension of the bike. So the front shocks are the first things that I want to change, and maybe later down the line I'll also get the rear shocks changed. There are some cool shocks from ISS or YSS that can be fitted to the Scrambler 1200X. Might be done in the future, because word is that if you change the front shocks or the front cartridge in this instance. You'd also need to change the rear shocks to balance things out. We'll see how it goes. I mean, they're quite expensive as well, so I have to pick and choose. But anyway, so the front shocks are planned for today from Andreani. And then another thing that I really want to do is to change the brake line of the Scrambler, the front brake line, because I changed the shock guards. You might have seen in another video that I posted. I think it's the shorts. I changed the front shock guards to the ones from ClassicBikeRaisch. They look really nice. But the downside is for this model that there is a brake line running over the tire as a sort of bridge. Normally that is attached to a part of the front fender that was still in place. So I have the high fender, of course, but for the high fender of Triumph there is also still the lower part that is detached. So actually the fender consists of two parts, like the high fender, like the one that is attached to the frame, and the lower part of the fender which is attached to the shock, to the front shocks. Of course, it's nice to keep the mud out of your radiator, etc. But as in terms of looks, it doesn't really look that nice. And the downside is that if you change the shock guards, you also need to delete or remove that part of the fender. So now the brake line is just running over the tire, but it is not attached to anything, and I don't really like the idea of having it that exposed over the tire. So I am changing the front brake line, or the system, or how it runs, whatever you'd call it, to the brake line system from the XC model. So those are the two things planned for today: the front brake line and the shock cartridges from Andreani. And then later down the line we'll have the tires changed as well.
Visiting BMC Triumph always feels a bit like coming home. The coffee is good, they're always up for a chat, and the atmosphere, mixed with the smell of bikes and gasoline, is intoxicating. But in a good way, of course. Unfortunately, when they started working on the bike, it quickly became clear the job would take significantly longer than expected. The issue was the brake line, which needed to be connected to the ABS unit. And on the Scrambler, that unit is buried deep inside the bike, so quite a few parts had to come off to get to it. That said, they kept me in the loop the whole time, sending photos and videos of the process, which you're seeing here, and it was, of course, very much appreciated.
Ja, hij staat wat hoger. All right, finally back on the Scrambler, guys and girls, of course. It's I don't want to say an emotional moment, but I'm very happy to have the Scrambler back, and I really like the changes that have been done to the bike. The Andreani shocks, man, is a big difference. The bike feels much taller. It feels much taller. It feels much more like an XE. I've driven an XE of a couple of friends of mine, and this now feels much higher up. I like it. Feels more like an off-roader, but at the same time it's not as high as the XE. And this is one of the things I've said in a previous video as well. I don't like the look of the XE in terms of how high it is. It's too much of an off-roader for me. I like to have the bike to have a bit of a hint of an off-roader, much more like the original Scramblers, if that makes any sense. And I think this now with the Andreani shocks, with a little bit more height, it is that perfect balance, in my opinion. Of course, the guys at BMC did a terrific job. Their lead mechanic, Dries, he explained to me all the ins and outs of the Andreani shocks, how to set the compression and the rebound, etc. He thought that he fitted it to my weight and length. I think he did a good job. It feels very natural. But of course, maybe I'll have a go at adjusting it myself a little bit more later down the line. Of course, I first have to see and feel how it rides for a longer time than I've been riding the bike right now, which is 10 minutes or so. But for now, I'm very happy with the shocks. It feels very natural. The brake line, of course, doesn't have that much of an impact per se in terms of riding and a visual difference. I mean, it has a visual impact, but it is not as big as the extra height of the shocks. But it was more of a necessity because the original brake line wasn't safe anymore with the removal of the shock guards. And apparently, the nice thing is they all like the look of the bike very much there at BMC. I get compliments of everybody, and the nice thing is that they've been working on the bike, of course, for the last 2 days, and they said that the bike drew a lot of attention. There was quite a crowd looking at the bike and seeing how it looks, and the sound, of course, of the Hitchcocks, so it's always nice to hear. Of course, I'm also very happy with how the bike looks and how it sounds, but it's nice to hear that from other people as well. Not necessarily that I want to have all the attentions or something, but it's just sharing what a cool motorcycle looks and feels like. It's more about sharing than actually owning that thing or something for me. That's also why I make these videos, just to show and share the love of cool motorcycles. Happy to have the Scrambler back. It's a nice day. I still have 20 minutes of ride left before I get home. And then I've got other things to do, but maybe today or tomorrow I'll have time to do a proper tour or a proper do some cool shots of the final state of the bike, the final look of the bike, and then the comparison with the shots that I did before I went to BMC, before the maintenance, and see the difference in height, etc. Then the other thing that is left are perhaps the rear shock in time. You have to see how it feels and how the balance is with the fully adjustable dune shocks in the front. It feels quite balanced for now, so I don't think that there's much of a necessity yet. We'll see in the future. And of course the tires. Tires are a big thing. They are on the list. In a couple of weeks they expect them to arrive. They are at back order. And then the bike will look a little bit more aggressive again. So yeah, all good things.